Hello, welcome back. In this session, we are going to create a transactions application by using stored procedure. So as I gave the requirement in earlier lesson, based on that, we are going to proceed in this session. So before going into the stored procedure, I would like to create one table. It's a simple table, transactions, and it is holding transaction ID, transaction timestamp, account, amount, and action, and 2 records. I need to put semicolon here. Okay, so transaction table is created. Refresh. Opened it. Okay, perfect. So we have created 2 accounts, which is account number 1, account number 2. Some transaction ID started with 1000, 1001. Both accounts are preloaded with amount 100 and action is deposit. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we have created this table. Now this time we'll go with repository object, new, other, stored procedure, and file name transactions app. Target schema will give T4H. Finish. Okay, so we got the skeleton for stored procedure. So we'll remove this code and we'll make the default schema time for HANA T4H schema, and rest are okay. Okay, so let me outline the code here. Begin. So if my action is deposit, if let's say action is equal to D, that means deposit, then do something here. Okay, else if action is equal to W, withdraw, then do something here. Else, then here error message we need to raise. Okay, so this is the action parameter. I would like to give that action parameter here. In input parameter action, and it's a varchar of 1. Okay, that is one parameter. To insert a record into the table, we need action. So let's see the table name, table definition. So we need transaction ID. So transaction ID we can generate automatically, timestamp also we can generate automatically, but account, amount, action, these 3 we need as an input parameter. Okay, all ready. So if action is equal to D, so action, I am referring the input parameter. If action is equal to D, then what I need to do is I need to insert a data. So let's write insert statement here. Insert into transactions values. So for transactions, let's use some TRX variable here, and timestamp is going to be now, and account, amount, and then action. These are the 5 fields we need. So for transaction ID, we'll generate here transaction ID, select max of trx underscore id, that is the field name, right? So yeah, trx underscore id, and I'll add 1 because we need to create new transaction, right? Into trx from transactions. Okay, so here also 1. So when I'm passing the value to the variable, so I need to declare here, declare trx and its integer. I'll give some default value, default 1. Okay, now I'm going to insert successfully with all these values. Okay, once these values are successful, I would like to pass messages, and I prepared the messages here. Message 1, transaction successful, and it will show the amount deposited into your account. Amount came from the input parameter. Okay, then I have 2 more statements. I'll explain you. It's a simple statement. I'm going to select sum of amount into balance from transactions where account is equal to the input account. So I'll take the balances, balance means sum of amount, and then I'll pass into the next message. So to do this, I need to declare the balance also. Declare balance, and it's a decimal. (10,2) default sum 1.0. Okay, so now we are 100% ready with only action D. Okay, let's test this. Instead of going further, so I need to put end if here. Okay, so now let's activate it. Okay, syntax error. Okay, so if you see here, the error message, insert, update, delete are not supported in read-only procedure. That means we need to remove this code, read as SQL. Incorrect syntax near begin. Okay, I'll comment these 2 lines. All semicolons are there. Okay, so here this as keyword also commented. I think that is the issue. Okay, so one more. So insufficient privilege, no authorized. So our sysrepo user already have a select access. So now let's run the grant insert. So we need to give insert access because we are inserting the data. Grant insert on schema name T4H 2 underscore sys underscore repo with grant option. Okay, hopefully this will resolve this problem. Okay, so finally we are able to activate the stored procedure successfully. Okay, nice. Okay, let's call this procedure. and we need to give account amount action. Account 1, amount 10, action deposit. We need to pass output parameters as okay. So transaction successful and $10 deposited into your account and your balance is 110. So we inserted 10 successfully. Let's see the data in the table. Okay, so timestamp also inserted with the current timestamp and account 1 $10 deposited. Okay, that looks good. So we'll jump into the else if case. Sorry. And we are going to use same code. So let's see what is the different like what else need to be changed here. Okay, select max ID and then what? Okay, select max ID, max transaction ID, and then insert transaction value. So here I want amount to be reversed, right? So what I'll do, amount is equal to amount multiplied by -1, because it's a withdraw. Withdraw means we need to insert negative value, not the positive value. Then that amount is going to insert here. Okay, and message 1, message 2. Okay, transaction successful, amount is deducted from your account, so and so amount, and select sum of amount into transactions where account. Okay, we loaded the balance and your available balance, everything same. Okay, and that is fine. So let's test the withdraw option. Okay, it's successful. So let's test with W, and this time I'll use account number 2. Okay, so $10 is deducted from your account, your balance is 90. Okay, so there is a there is a bug in our code. So if balance is maybe $90 now for the account 2, if I withdraw like a $200, then it should give error. So that is, when withdraw case, we have to write one more if case. If first I need to, as soon as it is a withdraw case, then I need to write select statement to know the balance. Select sum of amount, select sum of amount into balance from transactions. Okay, so I get the balance amount. Now if balance greater than amount, then only I need to proceed for these statements. That makes sense, right? Then proceed with all these statements. Else, okay, this is also in the same block. Else, give two messages. So I'll use the messages again here. So I just typed all the messages, so to save time. So in that case, say messages insufficient fund, try again with less amount. Okay, so that is fine. So our final, okay, here I think, yeah, and if, okay, and our final else case is also there. So which is incorrect action. If we perform incorrect action, then we need to say invalid transaction type, please try again with D or W transaction types, and that is going to end if here, and our final procedure end. Okay, now let's activate this. Okay, so we'll call the procedure. Okay, we'll just run this. So okay, nothing break. And okay, now the balance is 80. Output 1 transaction successful, minus 10 is deducted, and 80. So now what I will do, for the same account I'll put 100, and it should give balance. Your available balance is, okay, here the transaction successful. How come? Okay, it looks like something wrong, maybe in the code. Okay, so here I use the, I don't think so this is a problem. Else if balance from transactions, if balance greater than amount okay, so this time it's working. Maybe that parameters lowercase uppercase is causing the problem. Okay, first we'll see. Okay, so 2 anyway it's went into wrong direction. Okay, let's try with 100. We will deposit 100. Okay, so 100 deposited, now balance is 200. Now I am going to try with 500 withdraw option. So insufficient fund, try again with less amount. So that's working fine. And now instead of withdraw, I'll keep the transaction type blank, and it's saying invalid transaction type, please try again with D, W transaction types. Okay, so that's all about this application. We are exceeding the time limit for this session. So go through this code, and the only correction what I did is it's exceeded the value. Sorry, it was defined in lowercase, so I converted to the uppercase. That's all. Okay, thank you. See you in the next session. Bye.